Do you believe vegetables are always good for your health? 72% of people over 60 think so too. But according to the Journal of Gerontology, 3 common vegetables are actually linked to memory loss, nerve pain, and poor balance. Hello, I'm Dr. Evan Halden from the Senior Health Channel. And today, I'm going to reveal a truth that most older adults have never been told. After 60, circulation slows down, inflammation increases, digestion weakens, and the brain doesn't send signals like it used to. When the body can no longer process vegetables the same way, some so-called healthy choices can quietly become inflammatory triggers. Have you ever experienced dizziness when standing up, joint pain in the morning, forgetting what you just thought about? The cause might not be what you're lacking. It might be what you haven't stopped eating yet. In this video, I'll share 3 vegetables to avoid after 60 and 3 powerful replacements that help restore memory, boost circulation, and reduce inflammation. All backed by scientific studies, not trends or hearsay. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, how old are you today? Drop your number in the comments. I read and reply to every single one. White potatoes, a food that seems harmless, could actually be silently causing numb feet, poor circulation, and declining balance as you age. Sounds familiar? Every evening, you enjoy a warm bowl of mashed potatoes, a comforting dish filled with childhood memories and family warmth. But the next morning, you wake up with cold feet, stiff knees, and stairs become a challenge. Don't be too quick to blame old age, because in reality, white potatoes are doing more harm than you think. According to a study from the Journal of Gerontology, this starchy staple ranks very high on the glycemic index, which means it causes a rapid spike and crash in blood sugar. The result: chronic inflammation that damages the tiny capillaries in your brain, legs, and feet. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a major culprit behind cold limbs, numbness, poor coordination, and delayed nerve signals. You feel weaker, less steady, more confused, and you can't figure out why. To make matters worse, white potatoes lack the antioxidants and essential vitamins that protect cells and blood vessels. When paired with butter, cheese, or bacon bits, they load your body with saturated fat and sodium, putting extra strain on your heart and circulation. You might think it's just a small portion, it can't hurt. But when repeated daily for years, even small habits add up. Take Harold, a 72-year-old retired truck driver. He ate mashed potatoes every night, like clockwork. But over time, he noticed changes: numb feet, stiff knees, and trouble balancing on stairs. After a routine checkup, the doctor traced the problem to his nightly meals. Harold made one small change. He swapped out mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli. Within just 2 weeks, his swelling went down, his steps felt stronger, and his mind became noticeably sharper. The takeaway: you don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Just swap out the foods that silently harm you for those that help you stay independent. So the next time you reach for a plate of white potatoes, ask yourself, is this nourishing my legs or weakening them? Coming up next, I'll reveal a vegetable that seems perfectly healthy on the surface, but contains a natural compound that triggers joint and nerve inflammation, especially in older adults with sciatica or arthritis. Stay with me. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're still with me, so we can keep uncovering the silent mistakes that have followed us for decades. Eggplant, what many assume to be a harmless vegetable, may actually be quietly triggering joint stiffness and nerve flare-ups, especially after 60. The concern isn't in the flavor, but in a compound few people talk about solanine. It's naturally found in nightshade vegetables, not just eggplants, but also tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes. For younger adults, solanine might not be a big deal, but for older adults whose joints are already degenerating, nerves less responsive, or who deal with chronic low-grade inflammation, it's often the tipping point. Solanine doesn't hit you like lightning. It sneaks in. You won't collapse after one dinner with eggplant. But the next morning, your knees may feel tight, your legs heavier, or you need to grip the rail just to walk up the porch steps. Subtle signs: slight numbness, mild swelling. Avoiding outings often blamed on aging may actually be your body's quiet reaction to solanine building up in your blood vessels and nerve tissues. Here's the dangerous part: when nerve signals between your brain and legs get delayed by just a fraction of a second, you lose coordination. And that alone can cause a stumble on a single step, not because you're weak, but because your reflexes aren't firing like they used to. And it's not just physical, it's emotional too. You begin avoiding stairs. You skip events. You start to worry your body can't keep up anymore. So should you eliminate eggplant forever? Not necessarily. But if you're dealing with stiffness, sciatica, or nerve sensitivity, try cutting eggplant for just 2 to 3 weeks. Then observe. Do you feel lighter? Can you rise from a chair, step up a curb, or move more freely without hesitation? If yes, you've just removed a silent trigger your body was fighting. Instead, replace it with inflammation-free veggies like spinach, zucchini, bok choy, or steamed carrots. It's not about restriction, it's about precision. Health doesn't come from cutting everything out. It comes from tuning in to what truly supports you. This small change might just be the first step to regaining control of how you move. It's not about passively accepting that aging means weakness. It's about realizing that your plate, one bite at a time, can slow that decline, gently and powerfully. Have you ever felt like you're eating healthy, plenty of vegetables every day, but still dealing with bloating, joint stiffness, or that annoying brain fog that won't go away? If that sounds familiar, it might be time to take a closer look at one common healthy vegetable that's been misunderstood for decades: the green bell pepper. Crunchy, colorful, and often tossed into salads, stir-fries, or sandwiches, green bell peppers look innocent, but they contain something that could be silently irritating your body: lectins. Lectins are natural proteins found in many plants. They help protect plants from insects. But in older adults, especially those over 60 with weakened digestion, lectins can irritate the lining of the gut, creating microscopic openings that allow toxins and bacteria to leak into the bloodstream. And that's where the trouble starts. There's no fever, no sharp pain, just quiet signs: joints in your legs start feeling stiff. Balance gets a bit shaky when stepping off a curb, or your hands feel a little less responsive behind the wheel. Short-term memory slips. You might think it's just aging, but in truth, it may be the domino effect of eating green bell peppers too often. Worse yet, green bell peppers are simply unripe versions of red, yellow, or orange ones. In this unripe stage, they contain more lectins, fewer antioxidants, and are harsher on sensitive digestive systems, especially for those dealing with inflammation or arthritis. So, what's the solution? Simple pause. Green bell peppers for 2 to 3 weeks if you notice digestive upset, joint discomfort, or mental fog. Instead, switch to red, yellow, or orange bell peppers. They're naturally sweeter, richer in vitamin C and beta-carotene, lower in lectins, and easier on your body. This isn't about cutting foods out, it's about adjusting wisely. Because after 60, recovery takes longer. And every food decision matters more. Choosing the right vegetables can protect your clarity or your steadiness. And most importantly, your belief that healing is still possible if you give your body the right tools. Have you ever felt like you're eating healthy, doing everything right, yet when it's time to walk down the stairs, your legs hesitate? Or when stepping onto an uneven sidewalk, you pause, unsure like your feet just aren't listening to your brain? Most people chalk it up to aging. But here's the truth. It's not that your body is weaker. It's that the signals from your brain to your muscles are slowing down. And this is where carrots come in. Yes, those bright orange sticks you thought were just for stews or morning juices might be one of the quietest, yet most powerful tools to improve the connection between your mind and your body. Carrots are packed with beta-carotene, a potent antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. But vitamin A doesn't just support your eyes, it protects the nerve linings and tiny blood vessels, especially in your feet, ankles, and lower legs. Why does this matter? After age 60, those small vessels tend to weaken. Signals from the brain to your muscles take longer to travel. Your body still has the strength, but the reflexes lag behind. You turn slower. You walk with more caution, not because you're fragile, but because the messages aren't arriving in time. Even worse, you start avoiding walks outside. Stairs become intimidating. The grocery store feels too risky. It's a quiet spiral that shrinks your world, day by day. The good news, just adding a small serving of carrots steamed, softened, or even raw can help your nervous system sync up better. Your legs feel steadier, your steps more confident. I once asked a 68-year-old woman, "When was the last time you ate carrots?" She smiled and said, "Probably when I made carrot cake for my grandson." But just 3 weeks after adding half a cup of steamed carrots to her lunch, she called me back. "I feel so much more stable now. I'm back at the farmer's market without worrying about tripping." One small change, big difference. No need for fancy superfoods or complicated diets. One simple carrot, affordable, easy to find, available all year round, might just be your turning point. So the next time you prepare lunch, ask yourself, am I missing a simple, powerful solution right in my kitchen? If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type 1 in the comments below so I know you're with me. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly appreciated a humble vegetable like broccoli? I once asked a 72-year-old gentleman, "When's the last time you had broccoli?" He paused and said, "Maybe at the Christmas dinner, but it was covered in cheese." That's unfortunate, because among all the vegetables we have access to, broccoli stands out as one of the most powerful natural protectors for seniors, especially when it comes to stabilizing blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and restoring blood circulation, particularly to the brain and legs. The reason? A compound called sulforaphane, found richly in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Sulforaphane activates detox enzymes, calms silent inflammation, and keeps your smallest blood vessels flexible and open. You see, after 60, the tiny capillaries in your legs, feet, and even brain start narrowing. This doesn't always cause pain, but it silently slows your circulation. That can lead to numbness, swollen ankles, cloudy thinking, or even unsteady walking. One of my patients, Harold, a retired truck driver, thought he had joint degeneration because his legs kept swelling and he avoided stairs. But once he replaced mashed potatoes with just 1 cup of steamed broccoli every evening, something shifted. Within 2 weeks, he came back to my office and said, "I don't dread the stairs anymore. My feet aren't cold in the morning." You don't need a lot. Just half a cup of lightly steamed or sautéed broccoli 3 to 4 times a week is enough to activate sulforaphane. Avoid boiling it too long or overcooking it, as high heat can destroy the active compound. And the benefits don't stop there. Broccoli is packed with vitamin K, calcium, and folate nutrients that help protect bones, regulate blood pressure, and support memory. That's why I often call it the quiet superstar for aging gracefully. I'm not saying broccoli is magic, but when science and real-life results align as they have for hundreds of seniors I've worked with, it's clear this one vegetable can make a difference. You don't need to change your entire diet overnight. Like Harold, you just need to make one smart swap. Because every small step counts, especially when it leads to stronger legs, clearer thinking, and more confident movement. If there's one vegetable that's simple, accessible, pisato, and yet holds remarkable power to support memory, balance, and vitality after 60, it's spinach. This humble leafy green is often overlooked because it seems too familiar. But for older adults, it's more than just food. It's a silent stream of restoration that gently and effectively rejuvenates the body. Spinach is rich in organic nitrates, a natural compound that helps dilate blood vessels and improve circulation, especially to the brain and lower limbs. And that makes a profound difference. With better blood flow, every organ receives more oxygen. The result? Stronger muscles, faster reflexes, sharper thinking, and more stable steps. Here's the thing, most seniors don't even realize this. They assume that rising slowly, reacting sluggishly, or losing balance is due to weak muscles. But the real issue often lies in delayed signals from the brain to the legs. Spinach, with its vitamin K and folate, supports the nervous system and helps speed up those signals. Just one small handful daily can nourish that neural connection, making every movement smoother and more fluid. But it doesn't stop there. Spinach also contains two powerful antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. These nutrients protect the retina from macular degeneration, the silent thief of vision that robs countless seniors of their confidence. As eyesight fades, older adults stop walking alone, stop driving, stop engaging. But spinach helps preserve clarity of sight, and with that, preserves independence, autonomy, and dignity. Don't overlook its effect on mental and emotional balance either. Spinach is a great source of magnesium, a mineral that helps regulate mood and reduce mild anxiety. It acts like a gentle emotional cushion, keeping the mind balanced even on days that feel uncertain or overwhelming. Of course, how you prepare spinach matters. Overboiling destroys many nutrients. The best methods are quick steaming or light sautéing and olive oil techniques that preserve its vitamins and enhance absorption. You don't need a whole plateful, just a small handful every day, as routine as brushing your teeth, can support memory, mobility, and emotional resilience. And the best part, spinach is not some expensive superfood. It's affordable, available year-round, and incredibly easy to add into your meals. In a world full of gimmicks and pricey solutions, this leafy green quietly delivers what really matters as we age: better balance, clearer thinking, and a sense of control over our lives. So the next time you pass by spinach at the store, don't dismiss it as just another salad ingredient. See it for what it truly is: a daily investment in your freedom, your coordination, your brain health, and your ability to move through life with confidence. Some vegetables don't need to be flashy to be powerful. They're not splashed across health magazines or labeled as trendy superfoods. But quietly, persistently, they restore the health of older adults in ways that few expect. Broccoli is one of those humble heroes. If you've ever felt your legs getting heavier, your mind slower, or a loss of energy when you wake up, it might be time to take a second look at what's on your plate. Because broccoli, yes, that simple green vegetable might be the very thing your body's been silently asking for. The secret lies in sulforaphane, a natural compound found in cruciferous vegetables, particularly abundant in broccoli. This remarkable molecule has been shown to reduce cellular inflammation, activate detoxifying enzymes, and strengthen the body's internal defense systems. What does this mean for seniors? Better blood flow, sharper cognition, and calmer, more stable joints. After age 60, chronic inflammation becomes an invisible enemy. It builds up slowly, affecting everything from blood pressure to memory, from stiff joints to persistent fatigue. Broccoli doesn't promise miracles, but it does offer steady, evidence-backed healing from the inside out. Even beyond sulforaphane, broccoli delivers fiber, calcium, and vitamin K, key nutrients for bone health, arterial flexibility, and digestive stability. It's a complete contrast to starchy white potatoes, which spike blood sugar and inflame your smallest blood vessels. Where potatoes trigger decline, broccoli builds resilience. Remember Harold, the 72-year-old truck driver who used to eat mashed potatoes every night. Once he swapped them for a daily serving of steamed broccoli, everything began to change. Within 2 weeks, his legs felt lighter, his knees more stable, and his energy more reliable. No supplements, no expensive routines, just one small switch on his dinner plate. And that's the beauty of it. Broccoli doesn't just support your body, it restores your confidence. You feel steadier on stairs. You stop second-guessing your balance. You move with a sense of control and mental clarity, whether shopping or walking, or simply living life outdoors. Preparation matters, too. Don't overboil. Excessive heat destroys sulforaphane. Instead, lightly steam or saute with olive oil to preserve nutrients and enhance absorption. Even a small daily serving can create a measurable shift in how you feel and function. What's most inspiring is that broccoli's benefits extend beyond the physical. It reconnects you to a deeper truth that no matter your age, you can still make choices that change the course of your health. You can still turn the tide. It's not about complicated regimens or exotic health foods. It's about smart, consistent choices. And broccoli, a humble, everyday vegetable, is one of the smartest you can make. Do you still remember those familiar signs? Dizziness when standing up, stiff joints in the morning, forgetting what you just wanted to say. Most of us blame aging, but today you've seen something different. Some vegetables we've trusted for years may actually be weakening our memory, circulation, and nerve function silently. If you've watched this far, I know you're not someone who simply accepts getting old as an excuse. You want control. You want clarity. You want strength that lasts. The good news, you don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Just a few smart swaps like replacing white potatoes with broccoli, or green bell peppers with red ones can shift the way your body feels, step by step, day by day. So, which vegetable surprised you the most in today's video? Leave a comment below. I read every one of them. And if this video helped you, tap that like button to spread it to others who need this. Subscribe to this channel so you won't miss our next video where I'll reveal one common fruit that, if eaten at the wrong time, could cause fatigue, brain fog, and poor sleep in older adults. Thank you for staying with me until the end. From today on, may every bite you take not just feed your body, but fuel your freedom, your strength, and your confidence to live fully on your own terms.